I made it. I actually made it here. Wow, what a crazy couple of weeks. And I got my voice back, but I got to be careful because I'm teaching tomorrow. So I spent all morning, the entire morning, just barely any talking at all. Lots of tea, lots of ginger, lemon tea. And I couldn't even teach yesterday. I had to sub my class out. As a matter of fact, I think they had to cancel it because I literally had no voice. So I'm getting it back, and I'm excited about that. So, all right. So here I am, challenge group. You guys are on day 18, I think it is, 18 now. Wow, we got 12 more days. And then we get to show the 60-day result for some of us 30-day. Either way, I know you're learning a lot about yourself, about what you need to work on, about what you need to keep doing because you're good at. And I'm very proud of you. I really am. I'm very proud of you. I'm sorry. I'm getting like, it's so amazing. When I go live, I get like tons of messages. It's crazy. So, okay, Facebook group, here we are, and I have this message for you today, and it is, first, I'm going to introduce myself because these videos I'm going to start sharing to other groups just to help them, and I think it's really very motivating and inspiring to hear other people hear what they have to say, really try to help them. I mean, it really is a message in my mind. I won't be sharing all of our videos, obviously not all of them, because that's why you're here. But this one I'm going to share because it's really epic. So I'm Nisi Johnson, also known as Denise Moore Johnson on Facebook, and I'm Kicking for Life on Instagram, and I'm a personal development coach, and I help people reach their goals. Mainly fitness goals. And what a lot of people don't realize is if you're trying to reach a fitness goal, I'm telling you, the process that I take you through, you can use it for any stinking goal you want. That's the beauty of trying to reach a health and fitness goal. So here I am to talk a little bit about what in the world have I been doing over the last week? Like, people are messaging me going, what? What did you do? Like, what is that thing you went to in New Orleans? And if you think you know, you don't. You don't. Like, you may be saying to yourself, oh, you went to this fitness convention, because I'm gonna be honest with you. So this, you guys will see, I don't have anything, any books or anything. Actually, I carry this everywhere I go, and I write my notes in it. But today I was like, no, this is gonna be a special live video, which is why I'm gonna share it to other people, because I really want this to come from my heart. I really want you to feel the message through this video, because it's something that is so important to me. Every day I wake up, I think about this. It's in my heart and soul. It's passion for me, and what it's about, what the event was about. Some of you know that it's a fitness convention that I go to every year, and there's another one 6 months from now. So they're 6 months apart. That's kind of like a mini summit, but it focuses on a lot of the same things. So it is camouflage. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm finding that I'm doing it too. It's camouflage as this fitness extravaganza. And it is a fitness event, convention, extravaganza, summit, whatever you want to call it. We call it summit. But really, I'm going to tell you the nuts and bolts of this thing. What is really the underpinning, which is how I was able to do every single thing I've been able to do. And I've done some and I'm a very modest person, but I've done some amazing things that I like go, I can't even believe I did that. I cannot even believe I did it. And so what it is what I call it, I've termed it, because in the past I was like, I need a word, I need an analogy for what Summit is and for what Platinum Edge is. That's the other one that's in 6 months. And what it is I call it a mirror workshop or convention. MIRROR, mirror. Because the whole time, it's like I'm holding a mirror up to my face. It truly is. I swear to God it is. It is, no matter what you say, you can close your mouth. You can completely close your mouth and not talk at all about what you did all year long. And you could totally go to that convention and tell what people have been doing all year. As a matter of fact, from this point forward, since I just said that to you, you're going to start doing that. You're going to start doing it, even though you think you might not. You might be like, no, Nisi, I'm not going to do that because I'm not a judgmental person. I'm telling you, we all have judgmental qualities, and we're all somewhat judgmental. It's just the way we are. I think what we want to be careful about is we don't want to be judgmental in a negative, mean way where we're hurting people. And that's not at all what I'm talking about. The reason why I call it a mirror convention is because when I go there, literally, I stepped off the plane. I couldn't believe it. Listen to me, you guys. Listen. I literally, the plane drove up to the gate. I walked down the little corridor. I got off. I was in the airport, and there was like a ton of people around. And I could tell that they were with my group. I was like, oh my God. Hey, are you with? Yep, I am. Okay, where are you from? New York, Chicago, Illinois, New Mexico. They're from everywhere, all over the nation. And you could tell. It's like someone has put a mirror up to me and has said, here you are, Nisi. Now, why do I say that? Why do I use the mirror analogy? And it's because all of the things that we talk about through the year that are important, that we know we need to do, and that, oh yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And next year when I come here, you're going to see. And that's why I call it a mirror convention, because when you get there, there is nothing you need to say. People can look at you and tell what you're doing. Now, don't think for one instance before you like click off and go, oh my gosh, she's talking about fit people. I'm not. You know what? If that were the case, this video wouldn't even be worth it. That's like elementary school stuff. I am not talking about being physically fit. There were a lot of women there who were not like all buffed and toned and that kind of thing. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things like how you show up. It's totally about how you show up. You can look at people and tell how they're showing up. Are you running around? Are you always hair on fire? Are you reactive or proactive? Are you disciplined or are you frantic? Are you listening or are you always listening or are you always talking? Are you motivated or are you waiting for someone else to motivate you? I mean, I can go on and on and on. Those are the characteristics and the underpinning of successful people. And I gotta drink water. You guys can see I'm still not 100%. It's the underpinning of successful people. And I met this girl the other day. Oh, and another thing is, this is the big one. This is the big one. I can't even believe I forgot to say it. Routine routine. These people live by routines. And you may say, well, I don't want a life that's all structured and everything has to be scheduled and you're like a robot. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about people who live by certain routines in order to get things done. Hi, Drew. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to give you an example of how this is not just fitness. I've had the honor and the pleasure of meeting two people this summer. One of them actually plays for the NBA and the WNBA. So I'm friends with her mother. And I asked her mother, I was like, what was she like as a child? Because I'm literally sitting there at Key Arena watching her run down the court, and I'm sitting there with her mom, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing to watch her daughter. She's fast. She's very, very focused. You can tell she's a leader on the court. She was amazing. And I never met an athlete, not a woman athlete like that. I've met men that were athletes, but not a woman. And I think she's like 21, 22. And I asked her mom, literally in the middle of the game, I said, what was she like as a kid? I mean, this girl's amazing. And she said, what? And she said exactly what I knew she was going to say it. She said, but I wanted to hear it. She said, she got up every morning before everybody else. She did the same things over and over and over and over and over again. When she went to practice, she was always the first one there. And she was always the last one to leave. She left even after the coach. She turned the lights out. Translation, routine. Then I also had the pleasure of meeting and didn't even know it. Oh my goodness. I can't say too much about where I know her from, but she was an Olympic swimmer that won the bronze and the silver medal several years in a row. And I talked with her and I was like, well, actually we were out for a coffee the other day. And I said to her, I said, wow, I feel honored to be here with you. I did not know that you were in the Olympics. And she was like, oh yeah. And I said, like, what was your life like? And she was like, it was amazing, but routine. I just chuckled. I was like, oh, here we go again. Ask any famous person, go Google it, characteristics of a successful person, and you will see somewhere in that message routine. You just will. So going back to Summit, that's what I saw there. I literally sat in that chair when we were all together, and like, I got really teary-eyed because I was like, wow, this is what I teach my challenge groups. This is what I teach you guys. This is all about life. If you sit there and tell me, you know what, I don't want to structure life, I don't want to be a robot, I don't want to be a robot. You can think that, but you got to remember, everything is not extreme. It's not extreme. So don't take it all the way to the extreme that these people are robots. And don't also take it to the extreme that, you know what, I don't want to be famous and all that, Nisi. I just want to be a regular person, but I want to be fit. Okay, well then we're talking about you. We're talking about you. You need a routine. You got to have a routine. Now we're going back to the very beginning of this group, even back to when some of you were in this group almost 60 days ago, and we started with the 5-minute routine. I guarantee you, if you don't have the 5-minute routine down by now, you haven't reached your goal, and you probably won't. Not at the end of this 30 days. You may sometime in the future. You know Nisi's going to keep it real. Coach Nisi keeps it real. Drew is saying, agreed. Working for the softball team, there was certainly... Absolutely, Drew. Drew, you're an athlete. I didn't even put that together. You're an athlete. Drew, give me a couple words. Did you do the same thing over and over? Was that something that was taught to you by your coach? Or is that something you were like, oh, I just kind of figure I might as well do this because, oh, well. I would love to hear your answer to that. So what I learned at Summit this year is stop looking at the big stuff. Stop looking at the big stuff, Nisi. Stay on that routine. You're on the right path. Stay there. Don't move from the routine. It's mundane. It's unsexy. It's not something that people want to do. It's unfriendly because it's the same thing over and over and over again. But you know what? We do mundane things all the time. We get in the car and we drive to the store. We don't even think about the fact that our right foot goes on the pedal when we want to stop, on the brake, and then on a different pedal when we want to move forward. It is life. And you are better and better and better at driving, some people, because we do it all the time. So I had the pleasure of meeting Darren Hardy, who is the author of The Compound Effect. And that's what he talked about. That was his whole speech. I was like, yeah, I know Darren. I know Darren. Thank you, Darren. And I'm going to keep doing it. So what I saw at Summit was a bunch of amazing people who have literally mastered routines. They were near flawless. And I'm not talking about the way they look. But remember, when you change yourself inside, oh my goodness, the outside is people look at you and they go, how did you do that? Like they think that it's something that's so huge, and it's not. It's so small, but a lot of people won't do it. The coaches talked about practicing for a reason, not just going through the motions. Yes, Drew. Yep, absolutely. And so I know we have about 12 days left in this group, but for anyone else that's reviewing this video, I am here to tell you, if you are looking to get tone, to get in shape, to become more athletic, to maybe become better at parenting, maybe go back to school and get your graduate's degree or your law degree, whatever it is you are looking to do, I'm here to tell you, come up with a routine and you will succeed. And the flip side of that is, if you think that you can do it without a routine, you may be able to do it, but I'm going to tell you two things that will happen for sure. You will lose it. You will lose whatever it is you accomplish eventually, or it will take you forever, and then you probably will wind up losing it anyway. So if you don't believe me, just try it. Why don't you do this? Why don't you try it my way for the next 30 days? I mean, just because this group ends doesn't mean you can't keep doing stuff. Just try it. There was someone who, one of my mentors had said to me, I said, hey, I really want to be successful doing whatever it was. And he said, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this book and I want you to read it. And the next time I see you, I want you to tell me what you read. And I was like, why? Why do I want to do that? I'm not doing that. I didn't say that to him. I just said, oh, thank you. And I walked away and I rolled my eyes. I was like, why do I want to do that? I mean, come on. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I didn't say that out loud, even like to myself, but I did say it. I was like, I don't want to do it. And I didn't do it. And the next time I saw him, he's like, hey, how'd you do with that goal? And I was like, oh, I didn't reach it, but I am going to reach that goal. He was like, really? Did you read that book I gave you? I was like, no. He was like, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Here's the deal. If people are successful, who are successful at something, tell you to do something, You should probably do it if you want the success. Just try it and then say, hey, you know what? I tried it and that didn't work. Go read the book. And I did. I finally read the book. I did. So listen to this video a couple of times. The power and the success and your drive is in the routine. Go back to the 5-minute routine. Go back to it. Even if you're successful in this group and you've lost your weight and your abs are real toned and you're all buffed and cut, go back to the 5-minute routine and start doing it over and over and over until it is so ingrained in your brain that you just wake up and go, I'm not sure if I did it or not. Oh, I guess I did. I'm just so used to doing it, I didn't even think about it. Do it, and you will notice a huge difference in your entire life. Drew, I will tell you something about Drew because she's my niece, but and I'm not saying this because she's my niece. It's so true. This girl she has so much drive and she is so successful in what she does. Every freaking thing that girl touches is successful. It might not be today or tomorrow, but she always manages to find success. And it is because she understands the power of routine. It's ingrained in her. We have a family group and she posts in there all the time, just every day. She's just like on the spinning wheel. You give her something else, she'll just keep doing that. You give her something else, she'll just keep doing that. It's in her. So I'm telling you, when people talk about how you reach goals and how you become successful and how you become fit and all this stuff, you can now give them the secret. It is in the routine. And yours is only 5 minutes. And if you have not mastered the 5-minute routine, you have not mastered, and you have not mastered, nor will you keep your success in your goal. You will not. Let's see. Cheryl joined. Cheryl, go back. Go back. I really want you to watch this video. It's so good. So I left Summit with the best frame of mind ever. Every year it's epic. This year it was mind-blowing again, because this year I was able to see the result of people doing their routine every day. And I see it every year. They just keep progressing. They look amazing on the outside. Amazing. And that's because they've worked so hard on the inside. And that's exactly where I want you guys to start if you haven't started there, and I want you to continue if you have. So keep it coming, keep it coming. I'm gonna go live on my profile page, and I'm gonna have a similar message because a lot of people are asking me, what's Summit about? What are you doing? What is that all about? And I'll talk a little bit about it. For you guys, it truly is about fitness as well. We did a lot of workouts with all of the amazing trainers. So every single person in this group, if you have a Beachbody workout, then they were there. Whoever is in your workout, they were there with me at Summit. So it was Chalene Johnson, it was Tony Horton, it was Autumn Calabrese for the 21-day fix. All of them were there, and we got a chance to work out with them and talk to them and really get into their heads about what makes them tick, what do they do, what are their routines. It was phenomenal. And the most amazing thing to me was to do PiYo with Chalene, because that's what we're doing in this group. That's what we're doing. And I'm going to tell you, she was doing this. I really wish I could have streamed it. They would not let us do any streaming. But what she had us doing was super duper duper hard. And Pia's right next to me. And we're sitting there, and we were just, the floor in front of us was just covered with sweat. And we were like, I literally said at one point, I was like, I can't do that. Chalene, I can't do that. And I just tried it, and I did it. I did it. I think I posted today, 99% of my workout is mindset. That's so true. It is so true. But we got a chance to work out with them. We also got a chance to have networking time where we were talking amongst each other, and what an amazing feeling to be a part of something. I think that was the other thing that I feel so blessed about is I am a part of something. I love my family. You guys know that. Outside of my family, to be a part of a group of people who are driven and who are powerful and successful and who want to drive me forward, and me doing the same is just, it's freaking priceless. Part of the reason why I'm sick is because the last night we were there, one of the girls who lives here in Tacoma, here in Washington, she lives in Tacoma. We've been trying to get together for months and we couldn't get together, but when we were there, we got together, and her flight left at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was about 10 o'clock at night when we got together, and we stayed up until her flight left. It was pretty bad. But we were there talking about how we were gonna drive each other all year long. Here's what I'm gonna do, Nisi, because I know your goals, and this is how I'm gonna push you and drive you and motivate you. Here's what I'm going to do for you, Di, and I'm really going to push and motivate you. Here's some ideas. I mean, hey guys, do you have people in your life like that? If you do, kudos to you. If you don't, man, it's priceless. So that's what I was doing. I see Shirley saying, I will later. As you know, I thought I would listen in until I got, yes, I know. Hey, have a hamburger for me. All right. So you guys, get the grocery list going today. Tomorrow you'll be shopping. Next weekend is it for the group. We get to take pictures and share our journey over the past 30 days. Some of us past 60 days. I love you guys. Bye. No bun. That's right, Cheryl. Love you guys. Bye.